2, 1. Welcome to HASSDISCUSSES. We are joined by Jordi Bravo and Joji. That's j0j3 in spelling. And let's get this started off. They're two artists out of, where are you from, guys?
Chicago.
The Chicago area. Because you're from
Yeah,
around where Hendy is from the Northwest Cold. That's right.
yeah, around there.
So
But I'm
how
from
did
the
that
suburbs.
interview come to be? I'm very fond of Hendy. How did that
Uh,
interview happen?
well, I don't know how Jordy came up with that. Like, I don't know how they met, but I met off of Jordy.
Yeah, there's some nice people, but you're part of the FBK movement and group. What is FBK and how did that start?
Shit, because we don't like to consider ourselves like a gang because a lot of people think it's like a gang like, as soon as they hear like the FBK, you know. But I like to say it's like a rap group, you know. So basically it started off like back in like 2018. So we were just like hanging out one day like Halloween around that area, around that time. My bad. We were like hanging out at Smiles crib. So we just started like the name started off as a whole joke, you know. So after that, we were joking around about it. We were like full bean killers and then shit like that, you know. It was kind of stupid. And then after that, we're like, you know what? Since we're gonna start like a rap type shit, we're gonna fucking name it fullback keepers. So we just stuck with that.
That's more
Like
rap
yeah,
group
yeah,
sounding. Yeah.
fullback keepers. Yeah,
I mean the old one sounds like it, but it's a more peaceful name, more motivational
yeah,
name from
yeah,
what I hear. I mean, was that sort of the intention with the name change? More
kind
uplifting?
of, yeah, kind of, because we don't want like people to like think that we're like a joke and shit, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Because the other name's a bit more straightforward and like, hey, look at me, I'm doing like it's like I
Yeah.
fuck with the name change. What other artists are in FBK?
So the main ones right now is me, Big Joji, Young JR, my cousin. We got Smiles, and then Jordy, and then his other friend, my boy Skinzo, Alex, one of my boys. And then we have like here and there we have like collabs with like other like dudes that are in FBK. My boy Juan, and then my boy Richie.
That's cool. Does each member have a different style or like does each or are they all kind of a similar style? Like Joji, you describe your style, and then Jordy, you should describe your style.
And
So my style is like kind of like I just try to go with like the beat, like you know, like if it's like a fast rap type beat, I'd do like fast rap, and if it's like a slow type beat, you know, I'd go slow with the beat, you know, like I just take the flow with like the sound of the song.
Yeah,
But the majority of my songs that I have out are all like mostly fast rap.
that's cool. Who do you draw inspiration from?
So I want to say like my rap like inspiration came from like Chief Keef, but like if it's gonna be like the group type, it'll probably be like from like the Migos, it's like stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, and Jordy, how would you describe your sound and style?
um, I'd say mine is like more melodic, um, harmonic, and very. It can be uplifting, but it can be dark. Um,
You told me one time you really messed. It's sort of like Travis Scott style, but kind of
yeah,
different.
mine's like the Travis Scott style mixed with Kanye, Kid Cudi, and then when I want to be lyrical, I'll just deep into my bag with like being a lyricism and a wordsmith because that's how I originally started. I started off as a writer. When I started trying to do rap, so I was more lyrical. I was more of a wordsmith. I would try to bend words more with what I would do, and um, but my main inspirations from music has to be Travis and Kanye. You know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's from the area that you're from, but also, you said that you were a writer. Did it take a while for you to like sort of gain a certain confidence to like get behind the mic, or did you already have that confidence beforehand?
Um, I've been performing since I was 7 years old. So being behind the mic is normal for me. You know, I used to imitate Michael Jackson and like rap, you know, some Eminem songs that were out that I liked, and some Drake songs too, you know.
Oh yeah.
And so my parents would like have their friends over, and their friends would like have their kids, and their kids would be like, "Mom, I want my friend to do like a small concert for my birthday party." And so I'd be like at birthday parties, I'd be at like special events, and I would get paid for that.
Snap.
And so I think the most I ever made off a performance was at a wedding.
Well, how old is this, and
renewal.
what would you be performing?
I was 9 years old, so it was, no, I was 9. So 2008. Um, I was lip syncing some of Michael Jackson's songs, and then I would always end the last song with "Man in the Mirror," and I would actually sing that.
That's dope. That's dope. Like you're made. That's at a young age. That's like
Yeah.
that's cool because a lot of people like really get into it later most of the time. I mean, from my experience in interviewing artists, everybody's like they get into it later, and it's good that you have that experience. Joji, what experience did you have like being behind the mic prior to sort of now and taking it seriously, or was it always a part of you?
So I didn't really start rapping so like the shit like last year. Last year's like when I first like dropped my first song with like kind of like like shitty songs, but like what's it called? Before I would try to like write lyrics, try to like freestyle and stuff like that. Like around 2018, 2019, around there. And then like 2020 was like the year that I actually dropped like my first songs.
Yeah.
So what I would do is like I'd try to like find beats on YouTube to like songs that were already like released, and I would like try to like remix them and like try to see what happened if I would like rap like that.
Yeah,
But
there's this one
but yeah.
interview about Kanye. It was Sci-Hi the Prince. Sci-Hi the Prince, one of Kanye's collaborators, said that Kanye he like took a Nas album and like remade every single instrumental off of it, like when he was learning the craft. Would you say that those
Yeah.
remakes really helped you sort of figure out structure when it comes to songs?
I mean, yeah, in a way they kind of did. Because back then I would like my lyrics weren't as I mean they're still not as good as like I think they are, but like back then my lyrics were kind of like and then like right now they're getting kind of better, I guess.
That's good to hear. Yeah, yeah. So we got those styles, the style of your music, sort of nailed down for the viewers. But I want to talk about strengths and weaknesses. Like, what do you guys think are your strengths and weaknesses as artists right now? What could you work on? Joji first.
I don't.
All right, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the best like rapper in FBK right now. My lyrics are like probably my weakness. Like I probably say like my lyrics are probably like a 3 out of 10. I mean, sometimes I say stuff like that doesn't even make sense, but like a lot of people like they say that the stuff that I write it like goes crazy. But like I feel like I could like change my lyrics because I'm trying to be like more of a lyrical type rapper, you know? And then I say like the strongest thing that I have is probably like my voice. Like I speak pretty loud, like pretty clear sometimes, you know?
Yeah. What about you, Jordy?
But
Um, I would say my lyrics too, but also my choruses, because you know I could be very repetitive with my choruses, and I kind of use that way too much in a song, so I gotta try to lower it down a touch with all the repeating of the choruses. Um, and my lyrics, sometimes the thing with my lyrics, I use good bars and I have good punchlines, but the thing is they're very tongue in cheek, you know. So like they come off as corny sometimes, you know. And yeah, well, that's something I'm working on right now. I'm just trying to make sure the craft is better.
It's good to be honest about that. You know,
Hmm.
it's like even what did Uzi say? He was like, Eternal Take is like nothing compared to what my next work is. It's like when you're looking at something that you just did, it's like you look at it and you're like, okay, what's next, right? It's like even when Drake dropped Take Care, he was like, I could care less about the press I'm getting for Take Care. I have another album to do. And then he drops Nothing Was the Same. We're like, oh, I get what you mean why you don't care about the last album. Because this is really... I mean, did you guys like Nothing Was the Same? Like, pretty sure it's a classic.
Yeah. Nothing. My Drake's album go for. Mine has to be Views. That has to be like one of the set core pieces of a lot of production for me.
For sure.
Just because of the way he would switch it up, talk about his past in Toronto, and you know, even some of the love songs, even the one with the song Too Good with Rihanna, and then
Ways.
One Dance, and then
One
Controller.
Dance.
Controller is like my favorite song on the album, mixed with Keep Your Family Close. You know.
Do you like You With Me? That one?
Oh yeah, bro, that DMX sample.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit goes hard, bro. Just that was amazing, and then listening to Take Care when you hear headlines, and then the intro song Over My Dead Body, like you hear the singing in the beginning with that girl with the choruses behind her voice, and just like the auto tune that she has in it. It's like, it's classic.
Echoey, spacey. I'd have to say I listen to a song or the album for Take Care, something from Take Care every week. Like, it really motivates me. I like music that motivates me and really keeps me going. And I listen to Take Care probably every day, every week. Somehow, a song from it is in my rotation because I listen to a lot of music because I'm doing a lot of stuff. Joji, first, what song or album? How about this? What album do you really listen to every like month or couple months that really keeps you going?
So I don't really have like a specific album that I listen to like daily and stuff like that. Like I got like a lot that I listen to. I'd say like my most inspirational person probably right now would be like YNW Melly. Like I like his flows a lot. Like I like his lyrics. Uh, that one song that he had with T Grizzly, that low key kind of keeps me like trying to like stay away from like the bad energy. Uh, Juice WRLD, I listen to Juice WRLD a lot. He just like relaxes the mind and stuff, you know. Like I try to like I don't try to take his flow, but I don't try to take his lyrics at all either. Like I'm trying to be like I'm trying to like what's it called?
His
I'm trying
tone
to
of
like
voice.
inspire people, you know. I'm
Oh,
trying to like
so
get to like
subject
inspire
matter.
people too. Yeah.
For sure. So Jordy, what artist or album is always in your rotation?
Mm, Dang, I wouldn't say I have one album. I have various albums that I listen to every day. It has to be Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight,
Ooh.
Rodeo, Astroworld, Yay by Kanye, The Life of Pablo, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, 808s and Heartbreaks, Man on the Moon, Take Care Views, the Marshall Mathers LP1, the Marshall Mathers LP2, Music to Be Murdered By, and the deluxe version of it. So, and Juice WRLD's album, Death Wish for Love, because that shit's just hard.
Yeah, I like that one better than the first one that he dropped because I like that one song with Clever, the Ring Ring. That's insanely good. That song.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's the first. Probably the second, might be first. That's the first Juice WRLD song I heard because I'm gonna sound like a dumbass with this one. But um, when I first heard Lucid Dreams, I thought it was PNB Rock. So then I didn't know it was Juice WRLD, and then I heard Ring Ring, and I was like, "Who's that?" And it was like, "That's Juice WRLD." And then I looked up Juice WRLD music, and I was like, "Oh, that one song wasn't PNB Rock; it was Juice WRLD." And I was like, "Oh," but yeah, Ring is a good song off of the Death Race for Love project. But you have a lot of like Kid Cudi and Kanye in there. Like, what do you think about Kanye's Yeezus? Because that's often a controversial album because of how divisive it is. What do you
I'd
think
say
of that album?
Kanye's Yeezus is probably top top 10 most influential albums of all time.
Thank you,
In my
man.
opinion,
Let's
because
go.
just the way, bro. Like, you have to stand up for what you believe in, bro. You can't just let anybody say, "Oh, you can't be a designer. Oh, you can't be a creator. Like, you can't be an artist." Like, that's what we're made for. We're made to expand our limits and whatever we want to do. Like, for me, like, Yeezus was one of the big things on why I decided to make my second album. You know, um, Bipolar Two was a fuck you album, but at the same time, it was like an album that was reassuring myself uh, with love and knowing and acknowledging the fact that love, money, and pain is all combined. Like, it can all be in a similar section of what's in your life. You
Yeah.
know, because money can attract love, money can attract uh, I mean, money can attract love, money can attract pain, and money can ultimately go one day and you won't be happy.
Damn. That's a good little quote. You know, like I
Yeah.
fuck with what you said. And I think what my favorite thing about Kanye though is that he often describes people as like, if you're a fan of Kanye, you're a fan of yourself. You know, and that's just like, boom, right? Would you agree? Like that's what makes Kanye so good, because he's good at like touching everybody that he
I mean,
makes music for, and also, and I don't want to sound like a asshole with this, but he makes good music when he's in his low points in his life, and I don't want him to be in low points in his life, but it is a fact that when he, you know what I'm
we
saying?
we we need a sad Kanye again, you know. And with what happened with him, you know, getting divorced from Kim, uh, I think we're gonna get another 808s slash Yeezus type feeling album, and I'm all for it because, you know,
Yeah,
we were supposed to get Yandi. I was hype about Yandi. He didn't release it. He was supposed to release uh, Donda last year. We didn't get that. And, you know, we did get Jesus is King. Jesus is King is a fire album to me. Um, you know,
yeah.
when you have Follow God on there, you know,
Like
that's just like,
that's a great. I never thought I'd like a song on the album. Then I heard that one. I was like, oh shit. But my thing with Yandi is like, you know, The Matrix, right? Like the movie The Matrix.
yeah,
You know how how they describe in the movie how the first Matrix was a perfect world, and it was like this beautiful perfect world. Everybody had a perfect life, right? But the Matrix collapsed in on itself because of how perfect it was. So that
yeah,
everybody, the people in the Matrix, wouldn't accept it. And you're probably thinking, what the fuck am I talking about? What I'm saying is Yandi is like this perfect album everybody probably would have liked a lot, right? But I'm saying it's like it kind of would have been like Whole Lot of Red, where when someone hears it, they're like, "Oh, this is some overhyped garbage." Like I'm saying,
yeah,
like even if we gotten it, it would have been this probably really perfect positive album. But as you said, we need sad Kanye, and I don't want
yeah.
him to be sad in his life, but it is a real. I'm stating a fact, and we are stating a fact that it is realistically he realistically makes better music when he is in low points in his life. That's not a good thing for his life, but it is a good thing when it comes to music.
Yeah, you know, like, I just hope when he does drop it, whenever he does, we can all really take in consideration that Kanye, we definitely, over in the past 8 years since Yeezus, we very much underappreciated Kanye. Like,
For sure.
Life of Pablo was the shit, bro. Like, I remember when that shit dropped, I was like, I was texting on my friends. I was like, yo, Kanye's dropping a new album. My friends like, we don't listen to no fucking Kanye. We listen to Lil Mouse. We listen to
Lil
fucking.
Mouse.
They're like, we listen to Versace by Migos, the remix one with Drake. We listen to this, and that. I'm like, dog. If it weren't for Kanye, there'd be no Drake. If there wasn't a Kanye, you wouldn't have some of your rappers. If it wasn't for Kanye, you
I
really
agree
wouldn't
that
know
he
who.
was really influential, but I don't think he was influential on Drake. But
I mean, Kanye did produce Drake's first project, a lot of
what
it. You know,
first
it's
project?
So Far Gone.
No, that was done by 40. Do you mean
No,
he did Thank Me Later? He did. What he did do is he made he wrote Find Your Love and produced the beat, which
he produced
and
the
that
beat
beat
for it.
sounds a lot like 808s and Heartbreaks. So if you're saying that he contributed a lot to a lot of his earlier work and hits, like doing the Best I Ever Had music video, I'm gonna agree with you there. But when it comes to Drake creating the Toronto sound, that's all him and 40. Yes, they drew inspiration from 80s synths, which Kanye sort of popularized, but I feel like Drake did take what, fuck it, he did kind of make Drake's style, but indirectly.
Because here's the thing, Drake's even on the record for saying this. Kanye was like a huge influential person when it came to Take Care as well, and some of his later stuff. And honestly, bro, like in my opinion, Kanye influenced my first album, which honestly no one can listen to now because that shit's fucking trash. Um, and the music I'm gonna release now, because honestly, if anyone hears some of my new shit, which I haven't previewed to anyone, then
You gotta send me that leak, bro. I'm serious.
I'll send you a little song, a little care package. But it's the shit I'm working on, bro. It's completely different from my songs Ecstasy, Zoom, my last album, Bipolar 3. You know, it's completely different.
Joji, what are you working on?
I got 2 EPs. I got 1 album, solo album. I got 2 collab albums, and then a lot of solos. I got a lot of shit. I'm all fucking back right now.
What other like collaborations do you have coming out, Joji?
So right now, that like a lot of people know about right now, I have this song called Trap Boys. I have a song with Smiles and Jordi. It's called Zooked.
Yes, sir.
That shit's gonna drop soon. But that's about it. I have my album is gonna be called Dead Roses. One of my EPs is gonna be Next Up Part 2. Another EP is gonna be what's it called? Big and Young with my cousin. I have shit. Me and Jordi are like thinking about like an album like title. Then yeah, that's about it for right now.
That's dope.
But I got a bunch of solos that I need like to get out there, you know.
Yeah. Do you guys have home studios or do you go to a specific studio?
We have home studios.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I mean the quality's good. That same Bravo, the FPK presents same Bravo. That was a solid one. I'll say that right now. Who's sort of like the leader of the group that handles the distribution and everything?
So there's no like actual like leader, but like if I was to say like who's the leader is, it'd probably my cousin because he's like the one that created SPK. And like for the music stuff, we all kind of like sort of agree on like what we're gonna drop. So like we don't all drop like something all on the same day. Like everybody drops a single like on the same day. Like that's gonna be kind of stupid because like we're just kind of like wasting the potential, like the talent, you know.
For sure, yeah.
Because we don't want all that talent to go to waste. Because like say me and Jordi, we drop a EP right now, and then Smiles drops his solo EP, and then everybody else drops an EP after us. Like that kind of like I don't know, like it would be kind of like weird. Because like we don't see a lot of artists doing that. But like us, like I've thought about it before, like dropping an album like every like once in a while. But like nah, like because looking at the music stuff right now, it's like everything has to like take its time, take its course. We gotta take our time with the albums. That's why I feel like my EPs haven't done like so hot.
Yeah. So like everything's sort of timed out, executed at the right time and stuff like that.
Yeah, basically.
And I mess with that. Like I've heard a lot of artists like, all right, I'm gonna stop dropping like a random album. I'm gonna start focusing on like, here's a single music video, timed out music video, like has the merch in it, stuff like that. Like I'm just saying overall, like any artist watching, take some time to think, when is this gonna drop? You already have
Yeah.
how, you already have what, but you gotta think when, and you can't say now, right?
Yes, cause like yeah. So like I'm saying, like a lot of these guys like have some good ass talent. Like I don't want them to like fucking waste it all on like the same day, you know. Like I wanted to like if me and Jordy drop an EP right now, I wanted to like be out there for like a couple months, so a couple weeks, couple months. Then when it dies down a little bit, we bring back up the hype, and we keep doing that, you know. And we keep bringing back the hype for every fucking song that we got out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you got a lot of hype, but also I got a question though. Like, how do you deal with haters of your music?
Honestly, I don't really care about haters, to be honest. Like if they want to hate, they can hate. I mean, it just I don't know. It's just a waste of time. Honestly, like I don't really like I don't really care.
What do you think, Jordy?
Man, um, I like to say, bros, people are gonna hate. But it's fun, in my opinion. It's fun to troll the haters sometimes. You know, it's funny to roast them back. But honestly, you don't roast them to the point where it's like truthful. You know, you just like laugh. You just gotta laugh with them. Well, laugh with them sometimes because you just know that even if they're hating on you and they say your music's trash, dog, you still gave me the stream and I appreciate it. You're probably still giving me the stream at the end of the day if you keep listening to my shit to see what I release.
Yeah, that's
So
dope.
it's good. It's good publicity, no matter what.
I mean, yeah, like a lot of like ever since I started, like I've lost like a couple friends. I've lost like a lot of like family members that like don't respect me for like my decision in my life. Like, ever since I told like half my family, like they don't really want me doing that stuff, like doing the music industry. But like I mean, it's like my life. Like if I want to do it, I'll do it. I've had friends that like they call me fake because I chose my music over them and stuff like that. I mean, I made time for them, but when I made time for them, they would like disrespect me in a way that like they made it as a joke sometimes, you know, like they would laugh it off just to say it was a joke. So honestly, like if I see like people hating on me like on my music stuff, like I mean I really don't care. Like I
You got a
mean
lot of time
it's
into
my
this. You
music
put a
for
lot of
the
time into this.
it's the music that speaks for itself. Like if they want to hate on me, like I guess like I'm not the best rapper. Of course I'm not the best rapper. Nobody's fucking perfect. If they want to hate, they can hate. I could care less, to be honest.
You know, I've been toying with the idea in my head that sort of this could go for music, any creative field. It's sort of like, and I don't know your stances on religion, but it is sort of like this religion where you're sort of studying a lot of people in this, and you have to sort of consistently do things and gather with people to do something. And when you like choose creating over something else, it's sort of like you're submitting to the higher power of this sort of creative energy, you know, sort of like how you would submit to a deity in a religion. But the difference between the creative energy and religion is that the gods of creativity can be questioned. You can question someone when they drop a shitty album. You can question someone when they make a shitty movie, right? And
Yeah.
I don't know. Did that statement hold any value to you guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the same thing with kind of like Joji was talking about how family and friends. You know, I when I told everyone, yo, I want to do this as my career, like I'm in love with music. Music's the love of my life. Like I can't go a day without listening to a song. I can't go a day
Yeah,
without
it's like
writing a verse.
music is just so like something that like I got really like attached to be honest.
For sure.
Like I'm saying right now, like a lot of people think like when we blow up, like a lot of people think like the money's gonna change me, but like I tried like my best to like be humble as fuck to everybody because anything can go wrong. Like I can go broke as fuck, like quick as fuck. I don't want to like hopefully nothing happens to like that to FPK, but like whatever money I get, I swear to God, I promise this on my mom, on everybody. I'm giving all that fucking money to my parents. I'm helping them buy a house. I'm getting everybody in my family set up, you know?
That's the
That's the type of stuff that I'm in it for the money.
yeah. So
Um,
I think we're gonna have to wrap this up. But do you have anything you want to announce or say before we wrap this up about your music or goals?
Well, with me, all I can say is my upcoming album, Nightmares Can Have Beauty, will be dropping in the summer or even before that, depending on the timeline of what I finish. And and then that album's gonna lead to the next album that I've been working on for the past 3 years. Um, my utopian theme park called Tomorrow's Rage, which is inspired by Astroworld and Rodeo. So that album is the big one. So that album's gonna be released very, very soon. Um, it's the best work I'm ever gonna do with music right now in the present moment. And then my collab album with FBK that we're gonna do very soon, and the collab album with j0j3 and my short mixtape with Alex.
That's dope. All right. Thanks for joining the show. Links in the description to everything. Like and subscribe. See you guys in the next podcast.
Appreciate it.